Alright, welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review Episode 75. Wow, can you believe it's been 75 episodes? That is quite something for this series. Yes it is. This one covering episode 99 of the anime and the 317th chapter of the manga. First up, episode 99. This one covers pretty much the entirety of chapters 214, 215, and it covers the first 10 pages of chapter 216. We kind of pick up like not long after last week. We have a bunch of stuff out of here like happening in this episode. There's one bit they added in here which I found to be so hilarious and typical of this character. I'll get to him. So, in the case of Deku, like after saving Oshaku from Mamora, he's the phantom thief. He pretty much asked for a favor. His real leader is basically that he needs to float up and take out Shizu, which she takes care of that, and then she goes to help, and then she takes Phantom Thief off to the little jail, and then she goes to help out everybody else. We also have it where Menta like throws all his balls around, and like saves Pinky from one of those like middle wheels, like turn wheels, and of course, well, they added it in where it's like, oh yeah, I get excused basically with all these balls so he bounce on them, and so he could basically put his head against one of Pinky's breasts, and then she smacks him away, where basically part of the Menta Pinky combo, he bounces around. And then, of course, you have Ochaka show up, knock out Emily, and of course, well, take out Ruler pretty easily with Menta's balls, and take out the other guy pretty easily. Shizu, they would take him out after a bit, and they, of course, lock up in jail. All of them, and of course, they evaluate basically what happened. And of course, well, Deku reveals if it had been for Shizu and Oshaku, he would basically not be standing here and be a lot more stuff happening. Yep, and Shizu basically compliments it, like basically just tries to be honest, and of course, yeah, abrasive guy just can be quiet. This is one of the durable bit, which I'm glad they kept this from the manga, where Pinky basically just walks up to Oshaku and says, like, how about when she was hugging Deku, and she says, oh yeah, you basically didn't hesitate. You hugged him really tight, didn't you? And then her face just turns beet red. I thought that was so funny. Which, yes, this did happen in the manga too, so don't worry about that. I would say the only bit they added here was that I could think of was basically Menta bouncing off one Pinky's breast. Aside from that, it's pretty accurate to how it was in the manga, which kudos for that. Not much else to say. Great episode, and next week we'll wrap up this arc, but here's something quite strange, though, about this. I found this out via anime news. Apparently, after episode 101, they're not going straight to the villain's arc. I'm sure a lot of people were thinking, oh yeah, with next episode we're going to go to the villain's arc. Nope. No villain's arc. We're probably going to do it later because starting episode 101, they're doing straight the Endeavor arc, which, yeah, I have no idea why the heck they're doing this for. It's kind of weird. Yeah, as far as I can tell, I've not heard an exact reason for this at all. It's just kind of weird. The fact that, oh, let's just have it where we basically not do the villain's arc, just go straight to the Endeavor arc. My only guess is the arc is really short. It's only 12 chapters. So we're probably going to get, I'd say, about 5 to 6 episodes for this one. And then pretty much the rest of the season be the villain's arc. Yeah. Because if you think about, like, right after the villain's arc and the Endeavor Agency, there is, like, not much after this one. Yeah, there's only 2 official arcs that come right after these 2 arcs wrap up. Like, because they're probably going to cover, like, Endeavor Agency and Meta Liberation Army arc. But the thing is, like, the other arcs left to cover after is Paranormal Liberation War arc and the Card arc, which is the villain's hunt. So my guess is when the season ends, if there's going to be a season 6, They're probably just going to cover the Paranormal Liberation arc, which this arc is really long. This arc is almost 50 chapters. This arc overall, actually, it's like 54 chapters. Yeah, 54. So I would not be surprised though if this one arc consumes the entirety of season 6. It's possible, but I don't know if we can get this arc just yet. I mean, this arc just started, just this year. So maybe they can wait next year, but they'll probably wait a couple years before they cover this arc of the series. Alright, now talking about the newest chapter manga, Scars, Blood, and Filth. With a cover image of Deku. Yeah, unlike Black Clover didn't have a cover image. As far as I can tell, My Hero Academia, this is one of those rare things that happens in the series where you have a cover image, because a lot of the time they just don't jump straight to the story, like this one cover image. Yeah, this series, a lot like several series I've read, it is very rare you have a cover image. The only one you can definitely guarantee be a cover image is One Piece. That's the one you can definitely guarantee. So, chapter starts out with very severe see Hawks, not late, haven't seen her in a while. Endeavor, Best Genius, what guy, I remember his name is. So, basically, yeah, they all survived from the explosion from last chapter. Though Hawks has got a scar on his cheek. So they say they say they escaped with skin of their teeth, but the blast erased any trace of Lee. And of course, I don't remember his hero's name. Asking like, any more for Najin? Nope. Still in bad shape. Of course, they chat for a bit. They say they needed to make it clear. LeBron hunting down will leave hit on, like, I think it's Kama Woods, where he says basically that a woman afflicted by despair, clinging to life, Endeavor, is it time? Shake everything he's turning around. Maybe we should expand this beyond us and bring in everlasting meaning hero. Inform about Midori one for all and throw in an all-encompassing investigation. Mott Lady says, that business with Mott Lady Najin is clear. LeBron hunting out legally left to Midoriya. Cups eyeballs are a problem with other problems. They've been no eyewitnesses at Council for a while. We should put together a task force, a pool of colleagues to drive. We could count on it dried up. Right. Took it 2 days ago. Yeah, the metal hero, yeah, he pretty much retired. Just basically like gave up. And of course, Endeavor mentions that means close on Deku since heroes are quitting and end up leaking details. Any given hero's thread could snap tomorrow. We can a shock. We hear that more heroes are hanging up their costumes every day. Yeah, so things basically going nuts. And my lady's like, it's all for one going public about Midori, I mean, and one for all make an open move. But force heroes to mobilize and lock Deku away someplace safe. So his silence tells us he doesn't want that still. Unless Deku and the rest of us are out there taking action, we'll never get released. Not enough cops, not enough heroes. And of course, you have Shudo trying to contact Endeavor. And you have Hawks basically saying, that was mine. Go away from all my Midori just ran into a second hired gun. And it's already over. Wow, that was quick. He won. And of course, All Might's like, kid, that one didn't have any intel. Be careful, might be explosive. Just a minute. You have been eating All Might. You don't have to tug along anymore. I'm fine. Relax. Listen, I'm capable on par with you 100% at no recoil to boot. So, I need to know why I'm here. Don't worry about him. Doesn't wait. And of course, like, well, looking at him, he's not staying the hero killer. No, I'm not sure who this villain is. Doesn't wait. And wow, what the heck happened with Deku? Like, this last image is so creepy. Like, he says, you never look at him, you never guess he was a hero. Like, wow, what the heck happened with Deku between chapters? Like, Jesus criminy. Like, his mask is like almost in tatters. His black whip is basically out like regular. His boots are basically like not in good shape. But here's Deku. Look how creepy he looks. Like, oh my gosh, what the heck happened? Like, did the explosion is to him? It's possible to say the least. I mean, it doesn't seem as though this one seems like it's progressing very much per se, but it just seems like lots of chalking. But no all for one this chapter, surprisingly. Nope. So yeah, not much else to say about this chapter. It's definitely good per se, and it does progress. But wow, that image is so creepy. Yeah, and him telling All Might don't tag along with him anymore. Like, okay, at least he doesn't say I don't need you anymore. At least he doesn't say that. Just don't tag along with me. Like, he says he's fine. And of course, All Might is like, hey, been eating? So, is Deku turning into Batman? So it seems like anyways. Yeah. It's like he really wants to get into on the League of Villains. But man, this image is so creepy. Him having the black whip out. The scarf he has is pretty much almost in tatters. His boots are basically barely hanging together. But seeing this image, like, wow. Who would have thought, basically, that the nice, easygoing hero who was seen throughout a good chunk of the series turns into this? All seems about looking at the image, seems like he grew a couple inches. Yeah, he looks a bit taller. Which seems quite odd. Also, here's a good question, though. When was the last time I saw Deku without his mask on? I mean, it feels like it's been several chapters. You see him pop up, but it seems like he just keep the mask on. Yeah. But wow, crazy stuff happened in this one. Like, yeah, it's weird that we have another hero retiring. Like, okay, like, if all these heroes retiring, like, who's gonna stop all the villains? Yeah, who the heck knows? Yep. So yeah, that's a particular view, and that's probably gonna be a video because I'm looking at the time now. It's like 10:30 right now, so I probably won't have time to watch One Piece today. I'll probably watch it tomorrow, along with Baruto. That'll be pretty much it. And I'll probably get a Common Core tomorrow. Okay. To the next video. Bye.